Ever wondered where real-life drama surpasses even the wildest Hollywood scripts? Buckle up, folks. In the next few minutes, we'll be diving headfirst into some of the most shocking, heart-stopping, and dramatic courtroom moments that have ever unfolded. Truth is stranger than fiction? You bet it is. Let's get ready to witness the law's raw power in action. Just as you believe you've witnessed peak theatrics, meet Arthur Booth.
Okay, Mr. Booth, I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you go to Nautilus for middle school?
Oh my goodness.
Crimes derailed his once promising future. Booth's addiction to gambling and crack cocaine fueled a cycle of jail time, undermining his dreams. Despite his nonviolent nature, he frequently turned to theft and burglary. In 2015, at the age of 49, he was arrested for driving a stolen vehicle, evading authorities during a pursuit. Judge Mindy Glazer presided over his case in Miami-Dade Bond Court, setting his bail at $43,000 or a year behind bars if he couldn't pay. Curiously, as the judge concluded, she inquired about his attendance at Nautilus Middle School.
I'm sorry to see you here. I always wondered what happened to you, sir.
Oh my goodness.
This is the nicest kid in middle school.
The judge remembered her admiration for him during their school days and pondered what had happened to him.
He was the best kid in middle school. I used to play football with him and all the kids, and look what has happened. I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness.
After a 10-month prison sentence, an unforeseen reunion with his former acquaintance had a profound effect on his life. He courageously fought against his addictions and successfully transformed his life for the better. In Judge John C. Murphy's typically turbulent courtroom, the situation escalated beyond chaos. John aimed to simplify his schedule by suggesting that an assistant public defender waive their client's speedy trial right. However, assistant public defender Andrew Weinstock remained steadfast, refusing to abandon any case and ensuring justice for his client.
All right, what do you want to do?
What do you want to do? I'm not waiting.
The judge and attorney had a heated argument, but failed to find a solution. In a moment of frustration, the judge jokingly mentioned throwing a stone at the attorney. Although the judge tried to mediate, the attorney insisted on standing and defending his clients, asserting his rights. However, what happened next was an unforeseen twist that turned the situation into utter chaos.
Stop pissing me off. Just sit down. I'll take care of it. I don't need your help.
No,
Sit
you know
down.
what? I'm the public defender. I have a right to be here, and I have a right to
I
stand
said
and represent
sit
my
down.
clients.
If you want to fight, let's go out back and I'll just beat
Let's go
your
out.
ass.
Shockingly, the two men went outside, and although the court camera couldn't capture their fight, we could hear them going at it. A deputy stepped in and separated them, putting an end to the altercation. Upon his return, Judge Murphy received applause and cheers from the entertained defendants. Taking a moment to regain composure, he resumed proceedings without Weinstock's interruptions. Unbeknownst to Weinstock, Judge Murphy had a military background as a former United States Army colonel who served in Special Forces missions across multiple nations, earning distinctions like the Bronze Star and 2 meritorious medals. However, the Florida Supreme Court deemed his altercation with Weinstock as unacceptable, leading to his dismissal. In a California courtroom, Diana Lovejoy crumbled upon hearing the guilty verdict for her role in a botched murder-for-hire scheme against her husband, who miraculously survived the attack. Lovejoy and her firearms instructor, Weldon McDavid Jr., were both convicted of conspiracy charges. The judge cleared the courtroom so Lovejoy could receive medical assistance as she had collapsed. Shortly after, the same jury found McDavid guilty, who broke down in tears, burying his face in his hands. Lovejoy faced a minimum of 25 years to life imprisonment, while McDavid, the one who pulled the trigger, faced a sentence of 50 years to life. The crime occurred during the contentious divorce between Lovejoy and her then-husband, Greg Mulvihill, with a $120,000 payment due to Mulvihill just weeks after the failed assassination. McDavid claimed he only intended to shoot at the light Mulvihill was holding, but the jury didn't believe his testimony. The investigation promptly led authorities to Lovejoy and McDavid. Lovejoy's aunt testified that a year before the incident, Lovejoy had asked her if she knew anyone who could scare or eliminate her husband, a crucial piece of evidence. The dramatic trial took a captivating turn, with Lovejoy's collapse following the guilty verdict. The case captured widespread media attention, serving as a chilling reminder of how animosity and disputes during a divorce can rapidly escalate into violent demise. Meet Jacob Larson, a man whose courtroom actions will leave you in awe. Larson faces charges for violating a restraining order, driven by an unwavering belief that his former middle school classmate is his soulmate. Consumed by obsession, Larson relentlessly stalked her on Facebook and appeared at her workplace, leading her to seek legal protection. Ignoring the judge's warning, Larson defied the order, bombarding her with 22 Facebook messages. As the hearing began, Judge John McBain calmly questioned Larson.
Why do you feel that she's instigating?
But she's posting pictures and whatnot directed to me. All like a lot of makeup, hair done, all that stuff, like the full nine.
The judge disagreed and issued a jail sentence, but Larson strongly objected, accusing the judge of being biased towards the woman.
5 days county jail.
Oh,
Okay. 93 days in the county jail. You want to go for a year? Try it right now. One more word out of you, it'll be a year of county.
over Facebook.
The judge commanded Larson's detention, but Larson resisted arrest and engaged in a physical altercation with court security. However, in Judge McBain's courtroom, an astonishing turn of events unfolded. McBain swiftly shed his robe, intervened in the scuffle, and helped subdue Larson until he could be handcuffed. Leonard Grazier, known as the Grazier Russian Killer, was involved in a dramatic incident in a Russian courtroom. He had been arrested and sentenced to prison in 2019 for the murder of his sister, with whom he shared a condo. Grazier claimed he committed the crime under the influence of Satan, whom he confessed to being associated with. The police discovered him at the crime scene adorned with satanic symbols drawn in blood, performing a ritual to invoke Satan's departure from his body. While awaiting trial, Grazier attempted to escape from court but was apprehended. He remains under close surveillance by Russian authorities, exhibiting no remorse for his actions and gaining international notoriety. Despite receiving hate mail, specific case details are restricted by Russian law. Grazier received mandatory psychiatric treatment, subject to biannual reviews. During a court appearance, he displayed no remorse and even tried to escape by climbing through a ceiling, requiring physical intervention from officers. Despite his incarceration, Grazier has found employment, though details about his personal life remain scarce beyond his criminal history. Hold on to your seats for the riveting tale of Alan McCarty Jr. Meet Alan McCarty Jr., who received a 20-year prison sentence for threatening the life of Circuit Judge Stasha Warren. McCarty holds Judge Warren accountable for his loss of custody over his children.
Y'all took my kids unrightfully. You won't allow my witnesses here.
He dialed emergency services, and the words he uttered during that call surely caught the officer off guard.
Communications, Warhurst.
Yeah, I want to report a crime that's about to happen.
What do you mean a crime that's about to happen?
Yeah, there's about to be a crime that's going to happen if my kids don't come back to me, you stupid. I got a gun pointed at your building. Where's your Judge Warren at? You going to bring that out in handcuffs and I'm going to execute that right in the street.
Following the call trace, McCarty was apprehended, charged, and brought before the court. However, he refused to remain silent. McCarty unleashed a torrent of curses towards Judge Matt Foxman, who oversaw his case. Ignoring questions, McCarty provocatively invited the judge to engage in sexual acts. The judge firmly declined, warning of potential consequences. Unfazed, McCarty persisted with his outburst of profanity and insults.
What a bunch of guys, you stupid piece of You threatened my life, you you
Back room.
suck my No, I'm not standing.
Not resisting.
I'm not resisting. I'm just not
Stand up.
I'm not standing. I don't have to stand.
Eventually, he was escorted out of the courtroom and relocated to an adjacent room equipped with one-way glass. Nevertheless, his tirade persisted. McCarty directed curses towards the judge, his lawyer, and his spouse. In response, the judge extended McCarty's sentence by an additional 10 days due to his profane outbursts.